1-ish.
Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast Season 7, Episode 301. We are back from our holiday break and ready to dive into a slew of Nintendo Switch 2 rumors and review our predictions from 2024 and make new predictions for 2025. Micah, are you ready to do the show?
Yep.
Greetings, fellow Nintendo Pals. My name is Andros. I'm one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals Podcast, your weekly dive into all things Nintendo with a couple of friends. And I am joined by my co-host, best friend, and all-around cool guy, Micah.
Yep.
And Micah, I gotta ask, how the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Really?
Ish.
Because I think you're doing pretty bad. You're kind of under the weather.
Yes, but better than I was doing a few days ago. So,
That's
all
good.
things considered, pretty good.
That's good. And listen, we do allow sick days here at Nintendo Pals HQ.
Okay, bye.
It's time off with pay, which is 0 since we don't make anything doing this, unless you out there, listener, support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/NintendoPals, where for as little as $1, you can support the show. And if you don't have $1, but you do have a keyboard, you can leave us a 5-star review on your podcast listening app of choice. It helps us to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts. That's right. We want to be the most 5-star reviewed Nintendo podcast on the platform. That is the goal, and we are well on our way. Help us reach those dreams and goals. 2025 is our year. Let's do it. Season 7, 2025, we're taking over. It's finally time. It's been 6 seasons of work to take over the world, and this is the time. This is it. Now is the time. If you have not left us a 5-star review, do it. And for those that are new here, joining us for the first time, welcome. We talk Nintendo, we talk news, rumors, games we're playing, and do our own little twist at the end of every episode with what we call the PAL topic. We this week's episode, we're going to be going over our predictions from 2024 and seeing who won in the predictions game, and we're going to be starting our predictions for 2025. It's going to be a good episode, but first, Micah, you been playing any games lately? It's been a while, so there's probably a bit we can talk about.
I have been playing some new games. Well, mostly new game. I've been playing some Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Ooh, how are you liking Brothership?
I am enjoying it. I think I've put like 31 hours into it, and I'm getting kind of close to the end.
Okay, so it's not super long.
31 hours isn't super long.
I mean, for an RPG,
I mean, kind of fair enough.
it's decent.
For like a Mario and Luigi game, I think it's like way long.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't played a Mario and Luigi game.
Although it has been, it's been a while since I played them, but yeah, I think most of the other ones are a bit shorter.
Okay, cool. I have played a little bit of Mario and Luigi Brothership as well. Just the first, like the intro. And that's because my son needed help in it. So I helped him play it. For some reason, he really wants to play it. He's 3, and he doesn't know how to play that caliber of game quite yet, I don't think. But he really wants to. And so when he pulls it out, it ends up with mostly just me playing it. Going, I can't.
This is the worst thing to happen.
And then I give it back to him, and he wanders around for a while, then gives it back to me and says, I don't know where to go. I'm like, okay. It's fun. It's fun. And the game it looks nice from the bit I've played. Seems pretty good. Pretty good. So you're almost to the end.
Maybe.
Maybe.
The game would like me to think that.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to highlight you've been playing?
I know it's been so long since I've played other things. According to my recently played list, not really. It's pretty much just been Mario and Luigi.
Didn't you also finish over the break Zelda?
Echoes of Wisdom.
Echoes of
I
Wisdom?
did. I couldn't remember if I had talked about that last time, though.
I don't think we did. So how was that? How'd it go?
I enjoyed it. It was pretty good.
I
feel like it got better after the first little bit once I got some more echoes.
I still haven't finished it. I've gotten majorly sidetracked, and I'll explain why when it's my turn. But I think I'm close to the end. I think I'm close. I have 1, maybe 2 dungeons left. Actually, yeah. No, I definitely have 2 because there's 1 more dungeon, and then I assume a final dungeon, but it hasn't been revealed to me yet. So. Or it could be one of those things where, like, oh, you're actually only halfway through the game. Zelda does like to do that, but
it's possible.
I kind of doubt it with this one, but I don't know. Don't know. Anything else? Anything else playing?
No, nothing exciting, at least.
How about in the realm of non-Nintendo games? I know, blasphemous for us to talk about on this show. Have you been playing some non-Nintendo games?
I played a little bit of Elden Ring.
Yeah, you and I played some Elden Ring. Seamless multiplayer co-op mod.
Yep. Remember when you were supposed to play Elden Ring like 2.5 years ago or something?
I'm finally doing it. It's finally happening. And it's pretty fun. I do think it's really fun. I don't know if I would enjoy the game as much solo. I really am liking the multiplayer mod.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a lot of fun. We all got our different build we're going for to be a well-rounded party.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to. I was talking to my wife before we started recording. I was like, I need to like do some research to see like how to do a build, like how to do the build that I said I'm gonna do.
Really explain too much, and there are no takebacks.
Yeah,
increasing your stats.
Yeah, we may need to add another mod that lets you go back and rearrange your stats. That's really nice in like Baldur's Gate. How they have that where you can like, okay, I'm just gonna give me back all of my stuff and respec. Yeah. But Elden Ring, and then we actually haven't fired up VR together, right?
Oh no, we mentioned doing it, but then we didn't.
Yeah, that rolls in nicely into what I've been playing, and that's a lot of VR because for Christmas, my family, my wife, my parents, my in-laws surprised me by getting me a Meta Quest 3. I have it right here. Whoa. And it's the full Quest 3. They last year I think launched the Quest 3S, which it's like a cheaper, lighter version than this. Anyways, having a lot of fun with that. And I'm planning to stream some games with that.
Maybe some scary games?
No, maybe some Zelda-ish games. Because I may have found a fully playable demo of Ocarina of Time 3D. Like the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. You can like walk around in and do stuff in, and I'm very excited to try that out. But I'm waiting to do that on stream. So I haven't looked at it yet. But to experiment, I found a similar game, and it is Mario 64. And I did play VR Mario 64.
Did you ever go back and try and do triple jump with flips?
I did. You cannot do jumps with flips. In fact, not having triple jump makes some spots pretty hard to platform.
Those cowards. They should just
I'm
spun
wondering
the
if
camera all crazy like.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's something I'm missing. I need to go into there's like a controls tutorial area that they have at the beginning. So I'm wondering if there's stuff I'm missing. But that was wild. It's basically a demo. It doesn't have all the enemies, and it has a lot of the worlds. So like you can go to you can like go into the paintings and play most of the levels. At least they had the slide, but the slide didn't work at all as a slide.
No.
You had to just walk down it. It's like, well, that's kind of
weird.
unexciting. Yeah. And
How did the penguin go down the slide? Was he not there?
It wasn't that slide. It's like the secret slide.
Oh, the secret slide. Oh yeah.
I didn't try that level.
So I did try. When he's just like booking it super fast.
I did try Bowser in the Dark World, which is like the first boss area, and that was really fun in VR because it's like very platformy, and so you're like jumping up on the different platforms. I was up at the very top, and I'm like looking down. I'm like, holy cow, this is terrifying up here. It was fun. It's fun. I think it's cool, even if it isn't like really the game. It's like not really full-fledged. It's more just the levels and you can walk around in. It was cool. So I played a good amount of VR games over the break. But I did pick up and play Hand of Fate 2. I played a good amount of Super Mario Party Jamboree with family over the break and friends. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I played one more dungeon of that. And I played... I got to look up the title of this game. Basketball Robot Roguelike. Robo Dunk with our mutual friend Eli. And it's a 2v2 basketball game where you're playing as these like little robot. They look like Legos. Everything is like designed like Legos, and you play like robot Legos that are trying to dunk on each other. You get more points for more dunks. So it's not really basketball, but you can pass the ball back and forth, but there's only dunking. And it was actually really, really fun. Neat little indie game with a cool campaign. It's not really campaign, but it's a roguelike where you unlock things and you play and as soon as you lose a game you have to start back over at zero.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you would like it. I think it was right up your alley as far as like sport games go. It felt more
the less realistic the better.
Yes. Yeah. So Robo Dunk, I recommend that one. That one was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think. I feel like we also played some other games. I'm gonna phone a friend here. Mugamoo, what other Switch games did we play over the break? Do 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 do. What? I did say Mario Party. We did play a good amount of Mario Party. Oh yeah, Ultimate Chicken Horse. Ultimate Chicken Horse we played.
Oh, nice. I forgot. I actually also played that for the last couple of weeks.
Oh, did you?
With who? With the roomies.
Family? That's fun. That's a good one. Any others? I didn't play that, but my family played Played Up. Have you heard of Played Up? It's like
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't really
Diner
know much.
Dash
Yeah,
meets Overcooked, and yeah, she played that with my brothers actually, while I was out with the kids doing something. I don't remember exactly what the circumstances were there. I I feel like I played more, but I can't remember. I did watch. So this is non-Nintendo related, but I did watch all of the Knuckles series on Paramount Plus. And let me tell you,
interesting.
it's a
Interesting starting
weird
point.
show. It's a weird show.
Does not surprise me.
Have you seen
Actually, I
it?
haven't seen it,
I feel
but
like
I
you
should have
would
access to it.
enjoy
Actually,
it. I feel like you would enjoy it. It's bad, but it's good at the same time. It has such high production value for one of the
it's bad
worst
in all the right ways.
for one of like the worst written shows I think I've ever I've ever sat through the entirety of. like like the movies, they're for kids, right? Like it's but they're like family movies. Like you can all go and enjoy it. This show feels like it's just for kids. Like it has to be just for kids. But then there's things in it that you're like, what kid is going to like it? It completely the movies feel somewhat more crazy enough, feel more grounded than the show. The show just felt cartoony. Like the world was cartoony and crazy and and it like doesn't really make sense that it's a Knuckles show. Like, why is he here? He's here. It feels like they wanted to make a different TV show, but they needed to sell it with by having
Knuckles.
Knuckles the in it, which is kind of how the first Sonic movie felt. It's like we want to make a road trip movie. What IP could we use? And they're like Sonic the Hedgehog. You're like, why? Why Sonic in a road trip movie? That's how this feels. Knuckles in like a buddy cop movie. It kind of like on paper sounds like, oh, that'll be really interesting, but it's being so goofy and over the top. But I still enjoyed it. I watched the entire thing. So it has Cary Elwes. Cary Elwes? How do you pronounce his name?
Oh. I don't know, but I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He plays like kind of a villain. Not really a villain, but spoilers. When you see Cary Elwes, he's
Wow.
not a. Well, I mean, it's not really spoilers. So the show focuses on Knuckles, and he is helping. I don't even remember the guy's name. He's not the main cop guy from the movies. He was the assistant, the like heavy set kind of guy that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember that guy.
He's like the bicycle cop. He's like the deputy to the other guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's and he is going on a journey, and Knuckles has been tasked to help him become a champion. At what? What would you guess? What would you guess that the champion, like what this champion of tournament, this tournament of champions is that Knuckles is training him for?
Tetris.
Close. It's bowling. Not close.
It's kind of close.
So bowling, yeah. Right. Okay, sure. And so a surprising amount of the show takes place in bowling alleys. I don't know. I'm like, I really can't wrap my head around why it is the way that it is. I just don't get it, and we'll see what.
It's maybe just a little too cerebral for you.
Yeah. Or just maybe not cerebral at all. Maybe I'm just too.
There's a very
too
fine line between too cerebral and no cerebral.
There's an entire episode where it is happening in the the main guy's mind, and he is seeing / experiencing Knuckles' origin story, but it's in like the form of a low budget children's play.
See, now that feels very cerebral to me.
Yeah, I guess, and so it's complete with like all the like tacky costumes and like effects that you would get out of like an elementary school level stage production. But it also just seems so expensive. I'm like, someone approved this somewhere and said, this is a good idea. Let's make this show. And it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know. Is this good? I don't know. But anyways, I'm very excited to watch the third movie. I have not yet seen Sonic the Hedgehog 3. We're gonna go watch that when we have family visiting this month. So it's gonna be a good time.
Oh, nice.
I have
Big
seen
things.
I have seen the dance scene with Eggman and his grandpa or dad, or I don't know who is the double Jim Carrey dance scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Anywho, that was my break. So maybe we should jump out of the start of the episode here, because Michael, we have a lot of news to cover. But even more than that, I think we have a lot of rumors to talk about. So why don't we jump on into the Nintendo news? Me trying to drink water as fast as possible between segments. All right. What do we hit us with our first news item, Micah? What do we want to talk about first?
Oh, the Frosty Fest. Guess that's happening like right now. Pretty sure we talked about that last time we met up, actually, but maybe not.
But it is happening right now as of recording this.
So it'll be done by the time this is uploaded.
Yes. Did we talk about Tetris being added to NSO? If not, that has been added now as of mid-December. We have Tetris for the Game Boy Color and NES. Now available on NSO.
We're getting some new Mario Kart Legos and Animal Crossing Legos. Look like kind of small sets.
Mario
Kart. It's
Kart.
all in Japanese, so I can't read it.
Oh, yes, I did see this. So the Mario Kart, it's like a Lego Super Mario expansion that specifically focuses on Mario Kart. Looks pretty sweet. Over the course of December, Nintendo continued to pump music into their new music app, which I have been frequently using, actually. I've been using that a lot to listen to music at work and to just have as like background stuff. I really like that it has like pre-built playlists that are kind of vibe based. So you can go off of those playlists. I've been currently listening to the Nintendo Music Selects, which I just assume are like their picks for best tracks. Cool app. It works great. Yeah. So if you have an NSO account, you have access to that automatically. So you might as well use it. Next up in news.
You can now once again buy Triangle Strategy on the eShop.
It was taken off briefly, probably to change its publishing or something like
yeah, so that it could go to other consoles and things.
Nintendo did announce a new console. It is the Nintendo Game Boy Lego. Lego Nintendo Game Boy, which will be coming in October this year. I did think that it was very funny. Monkey Thunder, our fantastic moderator, as well as avid community member and Nintendo news guru and expert, posted, "Our new console has arrived." I'm like, that is brilliant post of the year so far. Yeah, it looks. They really. It's just a teaser, so it really didn't show much. It's like, okay,
Yeah, it showed like 4 Lego pieces. It seemed
makes me
like.
wonder what it's gonna be like. I just don't picture that being that exciting. But hey,
Maybe
Lego
it's a fully functioning
Lego
Lego
has
Game
done
Boy.
some cool stuff. I mean, the NES one with the like moving Mario that
Yeah, that
like
was pretty cool.
that is pretty cool. So I could see something cool coming out of that. But yeah, I'll toss it to you for. I think this may be the last one to talk about.
We got some. They showing off some gameplay of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition.
Did you get a chance to look at that? I did not.
Nope. Oh wow! But looking at it right now, it looks real good. What's that? This monster has the weirdest attack I've ever seen. It just throws its head up and just starts shaking back and forth a bunch. And then it goes to bite you or something. They got lots of player customization. They made this guy look like a clown. So that's right.
Pretty cool.
This might be your time
This is my time because it has player
to
customization. Maybe
finally
I'll
get into
finally play a
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade game. Which is funny because this one doesn't take place with the others, at least
Yet.
yet. I think this game supposedly takes place just in the future. It's like Earth. But I don't know. These look pretty alien, so maybe not. I don't remember the details on where this one falls in the Xenoblade. I'm like, oh, that's a floating city. I don't think this is Earth. Who knows? Someone does, not us. We're not Xenoblade guys yet. Maybe this will be the year. Throw that in the predictions for 2025.
I will not become a Xenoblade guy.
In
Prediction cemented.
and that's what we have to talk about for as far as news. But that is because there's a lot of rumors. So, Micah, let's jump over and revisit our friends, the rumor Pikmin, in the rumor mill. All right. Switch to. I mean, the rumor mill channel has gone crazy over break. Switch to announcement imminent, right? Like it has to be coming soon with all of the stuff coming out.
All the supposed leaks.
So where do we even start here? We've been gone so long. I want to hear your thoughts on a lot of this stuff. So let's see.
What about there's a listing for an unannounced Bethesda game for Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh.
And then Monkey Thunder posted the gif of, hey, you're finally awake from Skyrim.
It's Skyrim again.
So help me. So help me. If it is Skyrim again, I am going to burn Bethesda to the ground.
Oh, man.
This will upset me so much. More than it should. But can they just stop re-releasing Skyrim and work on a
Elder
new
Scrolls
game?
6? Maybe. So Well, I guess we'll start here, kind of at the very top of the switch to rumor chain, and that is for a case render for the next Nintendo console, and this came from Reddit, of course. And
I'm realizing I missed a lot of these, apparently.
the new case shows more rounded controllers. I'd say those are more rounded. And also a slight contour, I guess would be how you put it, to the back side of the Nintendo Switch. Of the Joy-Cons specifically, sorry, so that they have better grip on them. And I don't know, this that's what we essentially what we learned from this one. And we also see more images. We've seen a lot of images floating around online of the new magnetic system, which appears to sort of be like, how would you describe this for an audio listening audience? So like the current Switch has like a track, right? Current Switch Joy-Con has a track on it that you slide in. This has that same sort of bulge with but it's not a track. That is like the magnetic piece, and it clicks in to a slot on the side of the Switch. So we'll see how
Is how it would appear.
Yeah,
But
I
maybe it also
think
just
this
slides in as well. It's possible.
It is possible, but I think that the magnet Joy-Cons are pretty much confirmed at this point. I mean, it is all hearsay and rumor. Nothing official has been announced anywhere, but there have been a lot of renders and things leaked that are all.
It seems like there'd need to be a little something more besides just magnets, but then again, some magnets are pretty strong.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out, like how well that works.
Yeah.
In addition to that, there was a leak for Nintendo Switch 2 steering wheels, because every Nintendo Switch has got to have, or every Nintendo product has to have wheels. If you want, I can share. If you want, I can share my screen so we can see some of these photos for those watching the.
Oh yeah, good call.
Let's see here. There you go. Some renders here of what these steering wheels are going to look like. And going back to the Joy-Con render. This is showing off a case. That's what I was talking about with the contour there. So yeah, we have those. You want to hit us with our next one, Micah?
Maybe. And we got some slightly different looking ones that are almost the same, but they show off kind of cool blue and orange color scheme.
Yes. Where's that?
Very subtle, because you only see it on like the track. Let me see if I can remember how to share things.
I'm not on the right. Perfect.
Real subtle. That looks pretty nice. Who knows if it's real? I don't. I actually hadn't noticed these until just now.
Yep. And is that like part of the case, or
I think that just looks like the back of a different Switch.
no? I'm talking about like, is there a cover on the controller? Is it or is it this subtle?
Looks like it's just subtle to me.
Yeah. Cool. Kind of looks like high-end fancy Switch.
It does kind of look like that.
So there you go. We got
Oops.
okay, then we have this rumor from Centro Leaks over on Twitter that is from an insider that claims that the Nintendo Switch 2 is getting revealed in January for a March launch. We are like partway through January. It would be quite something if it is that quick of a announcement to release. So yeah, and the credibility is this person leaked things correctly in the past. That's all the credit that they have. And then we have more pictures of the. Oh no, that one's been deleted.
Ooh. Means it might be legit.
If you still believe the last image is AI, look at this. Here's some pictures. Like, oh, things getting leaked from like manufacturing is what we're seeing. And then the motherboard's been leaked. What?
I mean, I don't know about you. That means nothing to me.
Yeah. Well, first off, how would we know that this is
Also, it doesn't even. I guess is that sitting on top of an old Switch? What is that sitting on top of? I guess
an old Switch,
because it does not fit on top of whatever it's sitting on top of.
See that NVIDIA chip. Uh-oh. That's reflections of fingers. This person's going to get found.
Ooh, they could probably get the fingerprints off of that.
Yeah, Nintendo's going to kill that person. He's dead. He's a goner. I don't know what to tell you. What else we got? I agree with you, Micah. That means nothing to me. Even as someone who's like techie, it's like, okay, it's a motherboard. it's like
I'm not that techie.
It doesn't really reveal anything.
Yeah. I'm sure there are some people I could see that and figure out some stuff, but
Genki, is that how you pronounce this? Or Genki? Is an accessories manufacturer that produced lots of accessories for Nintendo products in the past. Is hosting an event about the Switch 2 on January 7th. And the funny thing here is that Nintendo lawyers, because we have an update to that one, Nintendo lawyers showed up. This thing. And we're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And they were like,
how's
you
it
didn't
going?
make us sign an NDA. And so now they're backpedaling hardcore. They're like, it's all mock-ups. It's not real.
It's not final. They're just estimates.
Yes, exactly. More alleged photos. Joy-Con. See, this one doesn't have the contour, where others do. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, from what I've seen, it seems like most of them don't have the contour. That one might be a bunch of malarkey.
That first one we looked at, yeah, or it could be part of the case that they were selling. It's like,
oh yeah,
but also I think it would be weird to have this part right here.
does bump out kind of far.
But yeah, it's odd. It's
But
odd.
I guess it has to have the second. If it's gonna have a second trigger.
Yeah, that's true. Anything else? I feel like there's just so much to talk about here, so much to look at.
Switch cases Switch 2 cases will be bigger by a little bit.
Yes. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
I saw some people were disappointed because they're like, "Oh man, that messes up the collection look."
More wasted plastic. Maybe they want to differentiate between Switch and Switch 2.
And obviously, Switch 2 games are bigger, so you need a bigger case.
Mm-hmm. Are they going to be massive?
Are they going to be huge cartridges? Yeah. I want a cartridge. It's essentially a Switch cartridge, but it's double in length. It's just really long that you stick in.
I think it would be better if it was extra wide.
Across the whole top.
Less likely to break going in.
Yeah, true. Central Leaks showed more images of the Joy-Con, and again we see the blue and orange design.
I do like that color scheme.
I do too. Looks good. And then let's see here. This dummy model being shown off, but this doesn't show the backside. We just see the front, and this doesn't look the same like at all.
Yeah,
different color anyway. So it'll be interesting because these Joy-Cons look very different than the ones shown. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just looking at it like maybe seeing it from the side angle.
It does seem kind of different, but it might just be the color scheme.
And also, do you see
like black trim at parts?
Yeah. Also, do you see this like charging dock thing that comes with it that you're like sliding those onto? I really hope that's not the new controller grip.
Yeah, I wouldn't think terrible. So. They got like a weird gap in the middle.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe that's so people can curl around. Maybe some people like that.
Okay, and then we have a French journalist saying that Genki told him that the Switch 2 is set to be released in April, and the console is already on the black market.
Oh, wow.
That's why we're seeing it so much. All these clout-chasing goblins can't help themselves. They have to leak it. Here's a better picture of those from a different angle.
Oh, yeah.
So you're like, I look at these and you're like, what are all of these buttons on here?
You may never know. Well, the two big ones would be like the L and R, I assume.
Yes. But then there's like this. I guess that's the sync button, right?
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
But then there's this up on top, which
that might just be part of the locking mechanism.
Might be like the release mechanism. I wonder if these will have bumper sliders. It looks like they made the LR. So. It looks like they made the LR buttons much bigger.
Like just in case. Yeah, I assume they have something that.
Well, I always thought it was dumb. I always thought it was dumb that you have to have like a separate sliding bumper to make them controllers. I think that it would look...
You could use them without. It's
Yes,
just not the
and I
best.
always do. If I ever do play with that, I never go pull out the bumpers. So
What, you crazy?
I am crazy. I'm crazy lazy and don't want to go get the bumpers out. Yeah. So Genki showing off all of these things, and Nintendo then came and said, "What's going on here? Why are these all getting shown?" So now they're back at this models. Oh, that was someone dying.
I thought I was fitting.
Some Switch 2 accessory SKUs were found in GameStop systems.
Nate the Hate says that Flight Simulator and the Halo Master Chief Collection are coming to Switch 2 sometime this year.
What do you think?
It feels like a no, at least for Halo.
At least for Halo? Well, stay tuned for my 2025 prediction.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, so we're coming down here now. What if all of this is fake, and this is one big look at these renders, or look at this mock-up that was made to show off future Genki projects, or someone gave it to them. But the fact that Nintendo got upset kind of indicates that it might be real. Maybe they're real.
Or maybe the Switch 2 is wildly different, and they're like, "Hey, stop filling people's heads with false expectations."
Wouldn't that be funny? It looks
But
completely different. They've been
it's
or
perfectly
Nintendo
square, and it's made for two people to play at the same time.
or Nintendo has been feeding fake
On each
information out
corner.
there to all of
That
these
would be funny.
companies. But that also feels like legally not a good idea for them. Like they could be
Yeah, for
in
sure.
trouble for wasting other companies' time and money. But we have retail listings going up for Switch 2 in France, Spain. And these are just for like accessories and things. There's like stuff popping up everywhere. So it feels like it's coming very soon. Some sort of announcement. And I think that's everything that we have to talk about, right? Like, am I missing anything else?
It seems like it.
Okay. Okay. So that's the rumor mill. The Pikmin worked overtime over the break, apparently. They were out there infiltrating Nintendo's headquarters themselves and just pulling Joy-Cons out and taking very blurry photos from a distance of them. It's like nothing is like up close. Although these pictures here are very up close shots.
We're just very zoomed in.
Yeah. So there you have it. I will stop sharing my screen. There you have it. Micah, what do you make of it all? Do you think these are legit? These black Joy-Con with orange.
They do look pretty legit. More so than a lot of other ones I've seen. But I would not be surprised if they weren't legit.
It's the Grinch leak all over again.
I'm kind of leaning towards yes. The touch that really got me was the reflection of people off the glass.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll see. I'm not going to say, well, I think I am going to come out here. You say you're leaning on real. I'm going to say they're fake. These are fake.
like a 60-40.
I am thinking that they have been given a demo product of sorts that is not what the final product will, the final thing will look like.
Yeah, fair enough. But at that point, I assume it'd be something very similar,
Very similar.
even if it's not.
Well, I think maybe what we're looking at here are Genki Joy-Cons, like their own off-brand Joy-Cons for the next, and that the real ones will have the contour.
That way, for the brand ones, you have to buy the case to go with them.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. These look good, so I'm cool with them if that's the real ones. All right, Micah. With that, I think we can exit the rumor mill, and we're going to take a brief pause here for me to put out an assignment, an ask from the community. We need your help to fill our suggest a segment section on Discord. This is a segment that is put together based off of suggestions. We don't look at the segment beforehand. We have to kind of come up with it on the fly and come up with our discussion on it on the fly. But the suggestions come from the community. We have a couple here for this upcoming for this episode. So let's talk those real quick. First comes from Fedorable Will. Actually, we'll save the second one for next episode. So let's secret segment for this week is from our friend Fedorable Will. And it says it's highly likely we'll see Mario Kart 9 in 2025. But what if it was Nintendo Kart instead, where we have crossovers like in Smash Bros? Come up with new tracks and new power-ups for the next game that come from any game except from Mario. All right, Micah, you got something off rip here? What?
Well, I think it'd be cool to see a Metroid item. And it'd essentially be kind of like a blue shell, baby.
A blue shield.
Blue shield. But it just hops on your vehicle and slows you down a bit. Or maybe makes your steering go out.
So it's literally a Metroid.
Oh, it's literally a Metroid, yes.
That's awesome. I thought you were talking like a Metroid item, like from the game Metroid.
I think actually better would be, instead of like slowing your vehicle, it causes your like steering or something to go out intermittently.
Yeah. Oh, that would actually be so cool. Like the little jellyfish like lands on your cart, and then you're like,
yep. And then you're like,
you can get rid of it like the old Storm Cloud, where you like crash into somebody and it will go to them instead of to you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I missed the Storm Cloud. That was a fun item.
It is a fun item. Okay. My first thing is a character who I think should already be in Mario Kart, and that is Kirby. And Kirby fits the vibe, the aesthetic, and I would love to see Kirby as a playable character. But the question is new tracks and power-ups. So I'm thinking a Kirby-themed, like, basically green greens level. That's kind of based off of like the first level of almost every Kirby game.
Yeah.
That has it has the, I don't know what the boss is called, Wispy Woods. That
sounds about right.
At a point in the track will be blowing, and you have to kind of
compensate for the
wind. Yeah.
That would be cool.
So that's my first addition is to track. Back to you, Micah. What next? Mario Kart 9 ideas for Nintendo Kart. Sorry.
For Nintendo Kart. I mean, we all know there'd have to be some Fire Emblem implementation.
Yeah. Okay.
So it would have to be a counter item for countering items about to hit you.
That's brutal.
Could you imagine you're in first place? Or I guess I'll put this from the other perspective. You're in 11th place and you fire off a blue shell.
And they counter it.
And it just gets countered back to you in 11th place. Maybe in that situation, you would just go for second place or something, but that would be kind of rough.
Yeah. I think kind of similar to an item that already exists is with the Whooper. We'll do like the Splat. Could either do Splatoon themed.
Oh, yeah.
Like Splat on the screen, or Navi from Ocarina of Time jumps up and dances around on the screen.
Hey, listen.
Says, hey! Yeah, just extra annoying dancing around the screen. Or a Nintendog.
Yeah.
The
Mr.
classic.
Teddy.
The classic Nintendog on the screen, blocking up the entire screen. Yeah. More. I guess we should probably come up with some track ideas.
But that's hard.
Lilat system. Like driving through that like cityscape and Lilat while like spaceships battle overhead would actually be pretty cool. Dive into Pokemon. There would actually be some really cool tracks you could make with Pokemon. I'm thinking like Area 0 from Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Actually, what would be cool is if there was like they were themed based off of regions and you went through like multiple areas within a region.
Like, I want some kind of Pokemon Snap.
Yeah,
so
that would be
like
cool.
A bunch of random Pokemon things happening. You could maybe affect the Pokemon to do certain effects. Cause them to evolve, maybe shoot fire onto the track or something.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Maybe hit them with a green shell into some lava, mayhaps.
You know, they had levels. Do they have levels like this in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that are like, instead of, I feel like they have to. They do have these levels that are, instead of 3 laps, it's like one huge track. And they're segmented in 3.
Yeah.
They had a lot more of those in Mario Kart 7. There was a really cool one for Woohoo Island that I want to come back, where you like are racing up to the top of the island and then you glide down to like the beach for the end. I think that would be a cool level to come back. Yeah, what other? Are we missing any major IPs here that should have?
Probably. I was thinking of like Legend of Zelda. It's like bombs. They got those boomerangs. They got those. You kind of do a hook shot where you kind of pull to each other, so it slows them some and speeds you up some.
That's a good idea.
You get the most benefit out of it for longer shots.
That's a good idea. Cool item idea. I was about to say, like, what about Donkey Kong? But he's already in, and he already has like a bunch of levels. He already has a bunch of levels, so never mind to that. It's kind of in the Mario sphere. He was so much so that the Mario Kart movie made the Mario Bros movie made the Mario Karts all like Donkey Kong City origin.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to add costumes. This is not to do with items or tracks specifically, but I want them to add outfits for the characters. Like Mario Kart Tour had. You could get different costumes for each of the characters that you have. But I don't know if they'll do that because then they can't make Mario and Metal Mario and Gold Mario. Well, no,
Separate characters.
they had them like separate. They had like three separate characters. There's Tanuki Mario,
Yeah,
Metal Mario,
but
and Mario.
they won't need a bunch of Marios because they'll have other non-Mario characters.
Exactly. This is a problem with Smash Bros. Too. They don't have enough costumes. They have like alt color schemes, but they don't like have costumes for the characters. And I feel like that's
What about Shulk? He takes his shirt off in some of those.
Yeah, he does. Fan service for all those Xenoblade guys.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I guess Xenoblade could have an appearance of some kind.
It probably should.
What would it do? What would they do? I think just racing on one of the giant
Like
mech guys,
robot things.
but those are huge. I mean, those are gargantuan. So there's not really a way to like make like a short Mario Kart track. Otherwise, without like miniaturizing them, which I feel like kind of ruins it. So
you just race on part of them.
what if you're just racing on the back of one of the like big flying creatures from Xenoblade 2? They're like flying through the sky.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a level in Smash Bros. That you can play on. Like where you're on that like ship thing up in the sky. Something like that.
I have no recollection of that.
Okay, well. Any others? I feel like we've given a good amount of items.
Yes, I'm sure there are a bunch we're missing, but
they should add Pokeballs and assist trophies to Mario Kart.
You just catch other carters.
No, I'm talking like they have a random effect. So you get it, and it will do something cool.
Yeah, I remember
sometimes being really lame.
I think Brawl, when it'd be like Mew and it'd make a bunch of like stickers or a trophy appear. It's
yeah.
Like, whoa, stop the fighting, everyone. We gotta grab these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Momentary truce.
Did they get rid of Goldeen? That was the best. You throw out Goldeen.
I want to say Goldeen's still there.
Goldeen doesn't do anything. And why not Magikarp? Like
for real though, that never made sense.
Like Goldeen actually is a good Pokemon.
It can do something. Although
I always
it'd be interesting for them to have Magikarp, and then if you like, there's a chance.
Yeah,
some chance they'll evolve into Gyarados and just.
Or if you threw the Goldeen into the water, like that should make it work and do something. That would be cool.
It just swims away.
But there's so much you could do with Pokemon in Nintendo Kart. I feel like they would have a good amount of representation. Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel in general? Okay, so we're kind of backing off the topic here. Hopefully that's enough ideas. How do you feel about Nintendo Kart?
I think it would be pretty cool.
I agree. I've heard people say, I don't think we need another Smash Bros, but with kart characters. And
but why not?
I just disagree. I think, yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, just thinking about the ideas and the possibilities around a Nintendo Kart is really fun. And
yeah,
like Mario Kart is a lot of fun. It's a great game. But I feel like their roster is pretty they're really reaching to fill the roster, which they don't even need to do, by the way. Nintendo, like Mario itself has so many characters, and yet they still choose to have Mario on there. 4 times. It's like it does.
Yeah.
So, but the roster would be greatly boosted by having just more available characters. And I feel like level variety, course variety would go up. Because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has 96 tracks. 96. It's a lot of tracks. Also, I kind of feel like they need to add 4 more. Round it out at a nice even 100.
Even 100.
But I mean, how many of those tracks are a variation of Rainbow Road? You know,
Like 6.
yeah, and that's no like shade to Rainbow Road. I actually like all of those courses, but it's like there definitely is certain flavors that get recycled and reused to fill that, which they would not need to do for Nintendo Kart. There's so much they could tap into. So I think it could be really cool. They could make Mario Kart as hype of a release cycle as Smash Bros. Was. It's like, who are we going to get as a new announced fighter? I mean, that nothing will capture that like Smash Bros. Ultimate did. Or just Smash Bros. Did. Basically from Brawl onwards. It's like, it just, every time, like, people would get so hyped around a new character. Mario Kart won't be able to do that because the characters don't have that much of an effect on the game, unless they do, unless they change it so that the characters each have their own like unique items or something they get. But even then, it's not going to be the same. But it could get pretty close, I think, because that's pretty exciting to.
It sells a lot.
Yeah,
there are a lot of Mario Kart fans.
Crossovers get people to care, as long as they are crossovers about things people care about.
Yeah.
Okay. Like people will go and watch Avengers. People didn't go and watch the Marvels. You know what I mean? So it's like, it has to be. Not that the Marvels was a bad. I don't know. I didn't watch it, but like I feel like people didn't care as much about that crossover as they would for. And again, I'm comparing apples and oranges there, but that's you get what I'm saying. I hope you get what I'm saying. It's like it has to be about things people care about. So for them to be like, oh, it's a crossover and we're adding in Ninja. You're like, oh, okay.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Goomba is now a playable character in Mario Kart. It's like,
hey, wait a second. Goomba stack though?
Okay, well, that's different. That's very different. You put 3 Goombas in a stack, and that's a whole nother beast. No, and like, I wouldn't not like those, but it would be way more hype to be like, Kirby is coming to Mario Kart. Pikachu is coming to Mario Kart. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I just feel like Nintendo was really sitting on an opportunity here to make a very, very hype release cycle for a game. And maybe they will. Who knows? But we threw out some ideas. I really like the hookshot idea. That was a good idea for an item. And all the items you suggested.
It doesn't work so well if you shoot it backwards, though.
Yeah. Anything else? I think that's a pretty good roundup on that topic. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Again, anybody out there listening, suggest a segment. If you would like us to talk about something in particular, it could be anything, go over to our Discord, links in the description, and throw it into the suggest a segment channel. And we'll segment it. Micah, with that, I think we can jump over to the PAL topic. And I'm sure you're very ready to play the bumper. PAL topic!
Oh, yeah. Just waiting for you to stop talking.
Good. topic. It's 2024 prediction review. Let's see how we scored for our 2024 predictions. Who won this year and who may win next year. Because we're going to do our 2025 predictions. So, do we want to go? How do we want to do this? One each, back and forth?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So I had a prediction that Metroid Prime 4 would release in 2024, and I was wrong.
I wish you were right, though.
But you predicted
that we will hear news about Metroid Prime 4.
And you were right. That's a point for Micah. I predicted for my second prediction that we would have a Zelda movie cast reveal with Miyamoto, which did not happen. Did not happen. And I think that's just timeline. Like, it will come, but it's not coming
at some point.
Not coming last year.
For my second prediction, I said the Switch 2 will not release 2024.
And you were right?
Yes.
Right. Unless it's to be believed that it is available on the black market.
That's not a release. That's stealing.
It's been released to the black market.
It's been stolen for the black market.
My third prediction was that Pokemon will have a mainline game not sell very well. It'll sell less than the previous 3. And did a Pokemon game come out in 2024?
I don't know. I was trying to think about that, actually.
I don't think they did.
The mobile card trading game.
And I think that did really good, actually.
It did crazy good, yeah. But I mean, do you count that?
No, I think... Was Pokemon Legends Z to A originally supposed to come out in 2024?
I don't remember hearing anything about that.
Well, I think this is a loss. I did not get... There was no Pokemon game. But that means that a mainline game did not sell very well. No, that's a loss. I completely lost on that one. Prediction fail.
I was a bit more generic. I just said a Pokemon game will come out. Which, I mean, it is.
I'm gonna give it.
I was
to
like,
you.
I would have been okay with not getting that one, but because I was thinking about, I was like, oh man, no Pokemon games did come out. Then I was like, wait a second, the mobile trading card,
the mobile trading card game. I predicted that Baldur's Gate 3 will come to Nintendo Switch. What was I thinking? What?
What were you thinking?
What on earth was I thinking? Was it? I guess like at its lowest settings, it could maybe run on Switch.
Yeah, maybe.
But that didn't happen. That did not happen. Not even a little bit did that happen. So that's a no-go on that one. So far, I am 0 for 4.
And my fourth is a new 3D Mario game will not release 2024.
What do you mean by that? Do you mean
I guess
like
I didn't particularly specify, but my intent was like an Odyssey or Sunshine. And I could see people counting Mario and Luigi as a 3D game.
Mario and Luigi, but it's like not really 3D. I mean, it is 3D.
Yeah, it's like my intent was like a 3D platforming, but I didn't actually say that in here.
So what do you want to give it here? Let's give it to you. A new mainline 3D Mario game did not release. Right? Unless I'm crazy that I missed one.
I think so. It's been so long. It's about time.
My next prediction was that Lethal Company would come to the Nintendo Switch. And that I think came with the like exploding popularity of Lethal Company at the time. But Lethal Company is one of those games that I think is going to perpetually be in like beta. So I
Never
don't
actually technically
think
release.
it's going to come to Switch. I don't think. So that's fifth one up, fifth one down. I did not do good for 2024 predictions so far.
Yeah, we'll see if I manage to let you give me this fifth one as well. I put Andros and or his account will play Spelunky 2.
And guess what?
I don't know. I feel like when you're
Screw you. I did not. And no one on my account did either.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Are you sure no one on your account
I
played?
am positive that no one played Spelunky 2. Spelunky 2 has not been opened on my Switch or any of my Switches under my name all of 2024.
Are you sure?
And
about
all of
that?
2025 so far, because I forgot that I was going to play it day one, despite you. I forgot that. I'm going to open it up right now.
You know what? Do open it up right now. I dare you.
Spelunky 2. I did not play Spelunky 2 for an entire year. And it was entirely intentional to spite you. I hope you know. So you don't get a perfect score on your predictions with your easy, a Switch 2 will not release. A Pokemon game will come out.
Hey, Mr. Baldur's Gate 3 will come to Nintendo
At least
Switch.
I'm specific and I'm bold. All right? Specific.
Bold, some would say insane.
True. True. Look at me go. Look at me go. I'm playing
Spelunky.
Playing Spelunky 2. Woohoo!
Don't mind me just taking a picture of this for photo evidence for when I mention something later in the episode.
Guess what, though? You can't make a prediction that I won't play it because now you know that I did.
But if I'd already made a prediction.
I'm sorry, Micah, but you didn't, actually. It's not official until it's declared on this show.
Didn't I?
Didn't you?
Didn't I? Let me see how to mark
You never declared it.
How do I mark up? I don't know.
It doesn't matter if you wrote it down somewhere. It doesn't matter.
It's the second from the bottom. It's reversed, but
this year. You monster. All right. My sixth prediction for 2024 was Kid Icarus Uprising remake will be announced. That's a no-go on that one.
Bummer.
It was rumored lots of times, but I think it's mostly wishful rumors from people like me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's always a chance. And, I put Golden Sun will finally be added to NSO.
And it was.
And it finally was. It took them so long. It was in the reveal trailer. I swear it took over a year.
Yes, it was.
And that's why NSO was like my third highest played game for the year of 2024.
All right. I made some crazy predictions for 2024, and this may be the craziest. I predicted that Doug Bowser would step down as Nintendo of America CEO for an early retirement. Same thing Reggie did. But he did not. But he's also been largely off the radar. Like he doesn't public face nearly like no one can compare to Reggie Fils-Aimé for Nintendo of America CEO. Like he was so out and there in front of everybody. But maybe Doug is afraid. Maybe he's afraid Luigi's going to find him.
Like Waluigi's going to find him.
CEOs fear Luigi. And if your name is literally Doug Bowser and you're a CEO, Scary times. Scary times to be named Doug Bowser and be the CEO of a company. All right. That's a dumb joke. Let's move on. What's your 7th prediction?
A new console announced for NSO. See, I can predict unhinged things too.
Did that happen?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Game Boy, all that stuff was
And
added.
Game Boy Advance was already out, right?
What were you thinking it was going to add? It was like N64?
I don't
No,
know.
not
They
N64.
already have
GameCube?
N64.
GameCube?
I have no idea.
Virtual Boy. That would actually be pretty cool. Release those Virtual Boy games.
What was I thinking? The Game Boy SP.
That doesn't have exclusive
Game Boy
games.
Advance.
That's
So
just-
some might say it has been announced for NSO.
Those some would be wrong. It's a weird way to phrase that. My next prediction is that Nintendo would collaborate with Squishmallow, and Pokemon does not count. And I don't think that happened. I'm not super into the
Yeah, I don't really pay too much attention.
to the
I don't
Squishmallow
think
news.
that has happened.
I don't believe that has happened. Yeah. Okay. Let's pick up the pace here since we're getting kind of close to long episode here. What do you got next?
Nintendo will crack down on pirates.
Did they do that this year? I think they did. Wasn't
I have no idea.
it's like I'm
I'll just Google Nintendo crack down on pirates and see what pops up. Apparently, Nintendo subpoenaed to Google, Discord, and Reddit, and more in ongoing Switch pirate crackdown.
Yeah, in 2024, Nintendo took legal action
Like-
against multiple individuals. Oh yeah, they completely took down
Oh yeah, the
Switch
or
emulator.
something.
Ryu Switch emulator.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, I'm like really smart for predicting all these things.
Yeah. There you go. You got that one. My next one is a remake of a classic Zelda game. Maybe Zelda 1 or 2. And I was so close. We did get Echoes of Wisdom, which is in the style of like a classic Zelda game. But it's not
a remake.
It's not a remake. So that's a no-go on that one.
It's close though.
It was close.
I said Andros won't buy Metroid Prime Remastered for himself / his kids and played a bunch. And then after that, but or for me. Just in case you wanted me to not get a point, you could have bought me Metroid Prime Remastered.
I forgot about this prediction entirely. I was so focused on Spelunky 2.
Yeah. Why didn't you spite me on this one?
I should have. I should have.
That was the plan.
Yeah, so no, I did not. I did not buy Metroid Prime Remastered. It never really went on sale. It's not really expensive.
$40.
It's not really that expensive.
Yeah. I think I saw it maybe like 35 once or something. But yeah, I didn't really see. There wasn't really much in the way of sale.
And my last prediction for 2024 was that Nintendo will cancel all official Smash Bros. Related events and then provide no explanation or clarification on if unofficial events can be held instead. And I can't recall a Nintendo Smash Bros. Event happening in 2024. I may have got this one. Maybe.
You know what? I think you can have this one.
Up. I don't get it.
I was giving it to you. You shouldn't have looked it up.
The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Championship 2024 tournament and the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Championship 2024 tournament were August 25th. Oh, did that actually happen though? Because didn't that get canceled? It's on their official YouTube channel though.
Probably.
It's on their official YouTube channel. They did have it.
Oh, bummer. That doesn't mean they didn't cancel everything else after that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get it. Because you know what? I'm gonna get a big old goose egg. I got not a single one of my predictions when it came true. Which
if you're playing Hearts, you'd have shot the moon.
I think I get some sort of prize. In fact, I'm giving myself a prize right now. It's the Congratulations You Deserve an Award.
Did you buy this in preparation for this episode?
I did. I bought this in preparation for an episode. This is the Wow You Sucked award, and it is for me. You deserve an award. So in this competition, the loser gets the trophy.
Where's an applause sound effect when I need one? We don't have any. I guess then for my 10th, I said Nintendo will release an update for a console that says that was so general. That says general system stability improvements were made to enhance the user's experience. And wouldn't you know,
they did do that.
They did it multiple times.
That's funny. So you got 8 out of 10 of your predictions came true. Now,
that's all right, I guess.
I would argue here that a lot of your predictions were much safer than my predictions.
You know what? I'll count my prediction. I feel like my voice is really going sometimes. I'll count my predictions for as half points. How does that sound?
And you still win.
So yeah, let me do some quick math here. That's 4-0.
Oh man. I got no points. But that's gonna change. All of that is gonna change right now because it's time for our 2025 predictions.
And I hope it does.
Because I got some good ones this year. All right, Micah. I will start. I think I have more than you, so I'll start with my predictions. First off, this year we are pretty imminent on Switch 2. So both of us are going to have Switch 2 specific predictions that are: when will it release? What will its price point be? And what will the launch games be? Okay. So I will give my first one here for Switch 2 prediction of when the Nintendo Switch 2 will launch. And I am predicting April of 2025. Now, I think this is
rumors.
This is a bold prediction. I almost lean towards May, but I'm like, no, April just fits better with like start of fiscal year, and we don't really have any info on games after March. None. So I think this is kind of a bold prediction. I'm thinking it's either April or it's like November. It's like it's going to come out holiday of this year.
Yeah, could see
that.
That
feels so long. That feels too long, right? So I'm like,
especially with all the leaks happening.
Yeah. So April is my prediction.
Okay, well, I'm starting off real strong this year. And I said Nintendo will release an update.
Wait, no. Systems. Give us your Switch 2 prediction.
Oh, we're doing Switch 2 ones first.
Yeah.
My bad. That makes sense.
I was
just so happy.
Are you going with this?
Already be checking off a point for my 10 predictions. I put June 4th.
Your
as my
birthday.
prediction.
Your
Birthday.
genius. Absolutely 4D play. Because what if it is June, though? Like, how awesome would that be?
It would be awesome. I just pulled 3 eyelashes out of my eyeball. This feels excessive. Explains why I was itching so
scoop.
much.
Okay. My next thing for the price point. I think it's going to be base model, $350, with the OLED being $399. It's a $50 difference. I don't want to go higher than this. I was looking at this in comparison to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Series X. I'm like, if you go much higher, then you're getting kind of close to those price point territories.
Yeah.
And it's like, would I get a Switch instead of a PlayStation 4? Yes, I would. But would the regular consumer, they want to keep this at a price point that they can sell this to families. So they're going to probably have it as low as possible.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking the same thing, but I decided to let my wishful thinking side emerge a little bit. So I just put 350.
350.
And it's just that it's all gonna be OLED. We don't need a base.
I hope that's right. And this is 350 OLED. But that's crazy that it would be the exact same price as the current OLED.
It is a little crazy, but it would be a good time for a price drop to beat those PS2 sales.
True. And then last and potentially most importantly here, launch games. Now, this does not exclude predictions. I have other predictions for other games, but I'm just not including them as part of my launch window prediction. I think that the launch games will be Mario Kart 9, Animal Crossing, and a new 3D Mario game. I think we will see all of those in the launch window.
Oh, wow. What are the odds? I too have Animal Crossing on my list.
You just added that.
I don't think so.
But yeah,
I put a 3D, and then I made sure to actually write in a platformer Mario, Metroid Prime 4, Luigi's Mansion 4,
okay,
Animal Crossing, and no Mario Kart.
You're specifically saying it will not launch with
there
Mario
will
Kart.
Never be a Mario Kart game released again, unless you count Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe.
Yes. I feel it. I feel it, and I hope you're wrong, but I feel it. Okay, here's the thing. Is like Metroid Prime 4 should be a release title, right? Right?
Within 3 to 6 months or something, or maybe just 3 months. I don't know that quite.
But what if it's not?
Release.
What if it's not, and Metroid Prime 4 is no longer a Switch title at all? It's only Switch 2. That would be insane. People would be upset.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way they could do that. Pretty sure at their last financial meeting or whatever thing they mentioned, they have it as slated for Switch.
And then what if it just launches after the Switch 2 and it just gets buried like they love to do with Metroid games? It's like
with all the other
they release them at like weird times.
Yeah, true. There's some heavy hitters on this list, and they wouldn't necessarily want to put them all at once.
I think Luigi's Mansion though is that's an October game.
Oh, that's why I put actually around October. But if it comes out in June, that's practically still release window, right? I guess that's like 4 months off, isn't it?
That's 5 months away. July.
Well,
August,
if you don't count
September.
the month of June, it's 4 months away.
July, August, September, October. Yeah. So I wouldn't count that in the launch window. But
you aren't counting the launch window of up to 6 months?
No, I was saying in like the first 3.
We'll see how persuasive I can be in the future.
Yeah, it was. Well, hey, if it works in my favor, maybe I'll be persuaded. All right, there you go. Launch games are fairly similar lists. Let's move on to our other predictions. I'm going to just clump these together. These are predictions that I made previously from 2024 that I pushed forward to 2025. We're going to get a Zelda movie cast reveal with Miyamoto. I think that's coming this year.
Because they didn't have, don't they have like the release plan for like 2029 or something though?
Oh, I thought it was 2027.
Oh, maybe it is.
But the cast could be revealed before then. They revealed the cast of the Mario movie like so long before the movie came out.
But
Baldur's Gate 3 will come to Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, buddy. Nintendo Switch 2's getting Baldur's Gate 3. That's why it didn't come to Switch. It was waiting for the next one.
Exactly.
And this is the hopeful me. Kid Icarus Uprising remake will be announced. So those are my rollover predictions. And hopefully they all come true.
I don't really have many rollover predictions, is because if you will recall.
Well, what did you
I
have
did real good.
failed?
Actually, you know what? Actually, I did put one rollover just because. No, I put both the ones I didn't as rollover ones. So I decided to double down. There will be a new NSO console.
Maybe GameCube's coming to Switch too. Maybe
I was thinking DS or something. I don't know what I was thinking would maybe come.
Yeah, I still think that throwing Virtual Boy games in there would be like an easy small thing they could do.
Yeah. And then my other rollover, which you already saw Andros plays Spelunky 2 this year. Put a little check mark next to that. Do they have a check mark on?
You can't do that one. I already did it. You watched me do it.
Yeah, and I already had it.
You didn't tell me it was a prediction. How was I supposed to know? So it doesn't count. You didn't make the prediction in time.
Wish.
No.
I didn't make the prediction. I made it first. I even told you I'm going to be taking a picture of this as you're starting the game up.
It's too late. I had already started it.
Check mark.
It's too late. Created. You don't get a point for that one. That one is taken off. And I'm playing Spelunky 2 this year. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, so it doesn't change anything. Hey, yeah, how about this? You'll play Spelunky 2 this year, not counting the time you just played it.
That's dumb. But don't worry, I have my own.
You have your
version of this year. Yeah.
You
want me to just give it to you now?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Micah will not play through Ocarina of Time.
Wow. Coward.
Let me just throw that on the check. And notice the phrasing on that is play through. That's not fire up and try. That's play through it. Like to the end credits.
To completion.
Not to completion.
To be fair, all you said was play through. I mean, that could be any amount.
Would you like it to be phrased specifically?
Yeah, you want to phrase it a little better. Feel free to put like 75% of the game.
To the credits?
To the credits. Oh, I see.
I don't think you're going to play enough Ocarina. If I left it too ambiguous, you would play like 30 seconds just to be spiteful.
So you're locking that in though, right?
To the closing credits. I am locking that in. Micah will not play through Ocarina of Time to the closing credits.
Does it count if I glitch my way straight to the closing credits?
I will count that.
Because I know that's actually supposedly really hard. Isn't it?
Like yes and no. Like yes. but it's pretty easy to speed run it. And heck, if me making this prediction makes you speed run Ocarina of Time, just learn to speed run it just to
Like,
be
I might.
spiteful. That's
Well,
pretty fun.
don't they have one like pretty early that like skips you past like the actual like the boss
Yeah,
fight or anything, and it's just you're like
yeah.
halfway
It's
in
like
the credits or something?
yeah. It's the easier one is the wrong warp from Goma, but the the current like world record just does it from like in the forest, and they're doing stuff off screen. You can't even. I don't know how that works. And I tried doing the wrong warp from Goma, and it is not easy. I didn't have an easy time, but you probably would. You're good at that kind of stuff.
Seems questionable.
Okay, give me your next prediction for 2025.
I put no new Mario Kart, and Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe or something similar. It doesn't count.
Okay, so no new Mario Kart. We are getting a Mario Kart. If we get Mario Kart 8 stuff again,
That'd
that
be
doesn't count.
actually wild if they did Mario Kart 8 again.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come out here and say this. You can also say that Lego Mario Kart doesn't count as well. This is like no new Mario Kart game. My next prediction is that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Complete Edition will be released in 2025, and this is Smash Bros.
All the DLC.
Enhanced for the next system, and it will come with all of the DLC in a neat singular package. Maybe it will have something extra to make people want to buy it. Maybe they add a character or two. Oh, that would be awesome. How awesome would that be? Complete edition, and then Waluigi just like shows up as a playable character. But yeah, that's my prediction is we're getting some sort of complete edition of Smash Bros. Not a new Smash Bros.
Mm-mm. I put Metroid Prime 4 will review super well. 93 plus.
Ooh. On Metacritic, a 93 plus.
Yeah.
That's a bold prediction.
And or OpenCritic.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's unreasonable. I like Metroid usually reviews really
Usually
good.
does. I mean, it has been. It had to restart development, which is generally not a fantastic sign. It seems like with the games, but I really believe in it. Plus, the trailer they showed just showed off really generic Metroid Prime stuff, nothing new.
Yeah,
but I still believe.
I believe. My next prediction is that Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons will not have drift. They're gonna have fixed that problem.
Seems like a very, very safe one to go with.
There is not going to be headlines of people going drift and lawsuits. It's if it exists at all, it will be so minor that it won't really be reported on. So I think they better have fixed it, is what I'm saying.
I put a new, more traditional Paper Mario game will be announced.
Oh, with the success of Thousand Year Door remake.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope so.
Although they did kind of just have Brothership come out, which is fairly like pretty similar to that kind of.
Yeah, but maybe still. maybe like end of year.
Yeah,
coming out like end of 2025. I'm being bold here. I think we're gonna get a new Zelda title teased to be released in 2027.
Well, that's real early though.
Is it?
Yes.
Because I think I just don't know. I don't know if Tears of the Kingdom really counted since it was built on the same engine. If they had like another team working on the next one, you know? Or
I'd be surprised if they had at least people working on like ideas for it, but who knows?
Yeah. So I don't know. Nintendo can't have a system out for like 3 years before launching a new Zelda, right? Like they got to get one on there before then. That's a system seller. So
Maybe, but I'm trusting their lineup's going to be so strong that they won't necessarily need that yet.
yeah, I'm still gonna put the prediction out here that they're gonna tease a new Zelda title in the works. Make the same mistake they did for Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where they announce it too early.
Yeah.
It's gonna be what's his name, the Zelda guy, Aonuma, in a blank room, and he'll be like, "We are working diligently on the next title in the Legend of Zelda series." You know, like someone's got a gun pointed at him off
Yeah,
screen.
you see the shadow of a kind of the background.
What's your next one?
I put Luigi's Mansion 4
Okay. Recycle on
is
the launch
announced. I like to just put announced just in case, you know.
Okay. That way you get at least half points
Yeah.
if it doesn't come out. My prediction is that we will get at least one first-party Nintendo title every month of 2025.
Ooh, that's bold.
I think it's kind of a safe bet. We have what's coming in. What came in January? What's
Counting
coming
Pokemon?
In
We counting Pokemon?
I am counting Pokemon. So I'm trying to remember what's already scheduled. We have Donkey Kong coming this month. Xenoblade X comes in March. So the only part I'm shaky on here is pre-Switch 2 release, because like I don't know if we have something for February.
The last like couple months before.
Yeah. But the spirit of my prediction is more we'll have a major first party release every month once the system is out. But I figured it would be fun. Maybe I should make two predictions here. One that's just
break it into two.
Yeah.
For at least half points.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'm going to make a second prediction that is at least one first party Nintendo Switch 2 title every month after release.
Assuming it comes before halfway through the year or something. I mean, if they release December, I'm not counting
that. That would be lame. That would be so lame. I wouldn't count it either because that's stupid. What's your next prediction?
I will not become a Xenoblade guy.
That's a good prediction. What if you do though? How crazy would that be? What if you do?
I don't got time for that.
My next one is in a similar vein. It's a callback to previous in the episode. Master Chief Collection comes to Switch 2. I feel that one. I feel like that's a good. It's gonna be this console's Skyrim, right? When they launched the console, they were teasing.
I was like, what?
Everybody's like, Skyrim's gonna be on Switch. It's gonna be like that. You'll see gameplay of Halo in the announcement. It's coming. Maybe a launch title. That would be cool. You got anything else?
My next is another callback. Baldur's Gate will not come to Switch 2.
Which Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Gate 3 specifically?
No, the first one.
Because Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are currently on Switch right now.
Yes.
I maybe should have gotten half points. Okay. There will be a Nintendo Selects style sale for old Switch games this year.
That would be cool.
So it's like probably discount them down to like $40. And that'll just be like the new permanent price for like early Switch titles. That's my prediction.
My last prediction.
Okay.
Andros gets more predictions correct this year compared to last year.
Well, just you wait. Just you wait. I'm going to spite you. I have 3 left. First, that there will be a live action Pokemon movie / show teaser of some kind. Okay. This may be Detective Pikachu 2. Who knows what happened to that? Or it could be something new. I think with the success of Sonic the Hedgehog, Nintendo and Pokemon are both going to let off the brake on.
Yeah, double down.
Yeah, they're going to be like, let's go.
Make it happen.
Next, Nintendo is going to let a third party make a major game, like a AAA game, using their IP, like Mario and Rabbids. I don't think it's going to be Mario and Rabbids necessarily, but I think it's going to be, oh, they let so-and-so make a game with their IP? That's cool.
Yeah.
Not one of their first party studios, or like the ones that
first party adjacent. Yeah.
And then lastly, Nintendo will launch a health-based game or app that revolves around healthy eating. That's my prediction. So we've had.
And they'll have everything covered.
Yes,
jumping rope,
exactly.
Sleeping, and eating.
Exactly. They've got like.
And Good Adventure, just exercise, I guess.
And I'll count a Pokemon one if that happens. But just like a meal tracking, eating tracking, healthy eating something.
Yeah.
Because you've got Ring Fit. Nintendo loves fitness.
They do.
They are.
Even back in the day, they'd be like, "Hey, maybe you should go stretch or something. You've been playing a while."
They are strangely concerned with health, and I think it's kind of cool. No other gaming company seems to care at all. But there you have it. That's my predictions for 2025. Micah, out of your predictions, I think you made a lot of safe ones. Do you have any wild card? What's your wildest prediction?
New NSO.
A new NSO console.
I feel like the traditional Paper Mario might be a little out there.
That's a stretch.
Just because they already released Thousand Year Door and Brothership, but I mean, who knows? People love those. So.
Well, this is the first of many. This is our
maybe the no new Mario Kart, because it feels like they have to have a new Mario Kart first year of the new system, right?
You would hope. It is their most selling game ever.
Yeah,
ever.
But I mean, who knows?
These are locked in as our 2025 predictions, but we will have more predictions for upcoming games and titles that we see coming. And Season 7 is going to be very much focused on the hype and ramp up Switch 2 release. So let us know your thoughts out there. If you're out there listening, join up on our Discord. Let's talk predictions for 2025. What do you guys think is going to happen? What games do you think are coming for Switch 2? What do you think the price point's going to be? When do you think it's going to launch? Let's get hyped. It's time. It's time to just be watching like a hawk. Discord is going to be the place. The Nintendo Pals Discord is going to be the place to be if you want to get first alerts on when the system drops for pre-orders and when the system is announced. And I am literally on standby to leave work at
Quit your job.
any moment to go watch an announcement trailer or direct or anything like that. So I'm ready. It's Switch 2 time, baby. And Micah, with that, let's close out the episode. Where can people find us on the internet?
Find us on Patreon, Spotify, YouTube, and a bunch of other podcast listening places.
Yes. And if you want to see me, but you don't want to see Micah, you can check out twitch.tv/Andros1 or my YouTube channel, Andros1, or TikTok for the next week or so until it's shut down in the United States. Who knows if that's actually happening? But all of these platforms, I am multi-platform posting on all of those spots. I do gaming challenges and gaming related videos. So check those out. They're very high production, way more effort than this show. Not that this show isn't like high effort, but this is way more casual. We just hang out. We put on a we turn on cameras and we just talk. This is I don't spend 40 hours a week editing this podcast. Thank goodness. That would be
not
miserable. What would we even do? Like, you'd just be like throwing in sound effects, like whoa,
making us look nice in every frame.
We AI generate like just really good looking pictures of us.
Yeah.
But let us know what you would like to see for season 7. Make sure you jump over to the Discord. It's the best way to communicate with us and with the community. And anything else? Anything I'm missing, Micah?
I think that's about it.
All right. I feel like I have left in season 6. We had you close out every single episode with a wise words of wisdom.
Some of my very own wise words of wisdom.
But I think we need to do a new thing for season 7 for closing the episodes. And we can alternate. So that way we can forget whose turn it was every single week.
Perfect.
What should the new thing be?
That feels like a question for another time.
For ChatGPT. Ooh.
I'm kind of...
Actually, wait.
I'm kind of late.
This is a question I want to pose to the community. On the Discord channel, in the last week we asked you, how should we sign off our episodes for season 7? What would you like to see? And with that, we'll close the episode out. Peace out, everybody.